Hello guys, today's you are welcome to this episode. This is lesson 3. In this lesson, we are going to look at sequential and timed control circuit. So let's write here sequential and timed control circuit. CCT is a short form of circuit. Okay, yeah. When we talk of sequential control circuit, what do you mean by sequential? Sequential means this one has to happen before this one will also happen. Without this one happening, this one can never happen. Or this one should happen before this one can also happen. So it means that they are in sequence. If I don't come on, you can't also come on. If I don't come on, you can't also come on. So that is the sequence. They are in sequence. A control circuit where each component, okay, comes on one after the other. So before this one can come on, okay, before this one can energize, this one should energize, and then before this should energize, this one should also energize, and then before this should energize, this one should also energize. So that means they are in sequence, sequential control circuit. Okay, they are used in so many industrial applications. In industrial environment, you will see this control circuit, okay, in lathe machines, conveyor systems, where a sensor would have to initiate a command to the next motor or to the next conveyor whenever the first conveyor is energized or it is running. Okay, so that is the sequential control circuit. Now, what do I also mean by timed control circuit? Timed control circuit is a circuit where this man comes on, okay, first. But before this man will come on, there should be some delay, okay? There should be some delay. There should be some delay before this man can also come on. There should be some delay, alright? When this man comes on, there should be some delay before this man can also come on. Or this man can only come on after a delay. When you on the circuit, there should be a delay before this man can also come on. So that means that delay means what? Timing. We have timed the circuit, okay? So let's look at. We are going to do the timing first. So we have types of timers. We have types of timers. Okay? And we have the OnDelay timer. OnDelay timer. Okay? And then the off-delay timer. So these are the two main types of electronic timer that we have. Okay? The OnDelay timer and then the off-delay timer. So we are looking at the timers first before we come to the sequential side, okay? Then we combine them to create a circuit. So let's go. Let's look at OnDelay timer. OnDelay timer. Okay? So let's look at the symbol. We have the symbol. We have the coil. Okay, this is the coil. The coil, we have this. So A1 and A2. So this is the coil symbol. So you can name it ONDT, or you can name it ODT. Or you can do it T1. So this is the symbol for timer, okay? It looks like the symbol for a contactor or relay, like this. But with a timer, you have to indicate it with this, with the cross in the box this way. So that would differentiate it from a normal contactor coil or relay coil, okay? So this is the symbol for the on delay timer or the off delay timer. Alright, so this is the contact. We have this. And then this is the common side, okay? This is the common side. So we have a closed session and then the open session. So let's assume this side will be 8. 8. This side will be 5. This side will be 6. Okay? So this is how the contact looks like. Alright? Now, what's the meaning of on-delay timer? On-delay timer is a type of timer, okay, which start counting immediately the coil is energized. It's a type of timer which starts counting immediately the coil is energized. So let's assume here. Now, when we apply power to this timer, A1 and A2, let's assume it's AC timer. So we have line 1 and then neutral. The moment we apply power to it, the coil will energize. Okay, this coil of this on-delay timer, it will energize. And then the moment it energizes, okay, it will start counting. Let's assume we set it to 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. So it will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The moment it gets to 5, these contacts on the timer, they will change their state. Okay, this is the closed session, this is open session. So the moment the 5 seconds is reached, this contact will open, this contact is closed. So whatever circuit you have designed using the contacts, it will behave the same way that you want. Okay, so after the preset time, these contacts, they will change their state. Now they will change their state until the timer is de-energized. So let's assume that you brought a light here, line 1 here, and then you connected a lamp here, a bulb here, and this one goes to the neutral. Okay, so here will be X1 and then X2. You see that? Now, because these contacts are on the timer, so let's name it T1. This one is also T1. So we have used the open session in series with this lamp. So when we energize the timer, alright, and then it starts counting. So 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So after the 5 seconds, this contact will change their state. The moment this contact opens and this side closes, current will flow through to light the bulb. Okay, this side will close and then the bulb will come on. Now, the moment we take the power away from the timer, or the moment we de-energize the timer, okay, instantly this contact, they will come back to their normal state. It means that this contact will come back to its closed state, and then this contact will also come back to its open state. The moment this contact opens, the bulb is going to go off. This bulb will go off. So that's how the on-delay timer operates. Okay, that is how the on-delay timer operates. Okay, so let's draw some circuits. Okay, so assuming you have our line here, that is line 1. So we are designing a simple circuit, okay? So this is our stop button, okay? And then our start button. And then we have relay. We are using relay. So let's make it R1. This is our start button. Our start button and then our stop button. 1 and 2, 3 and then 4. This is auxiliary contacts. 13, 14. because it is a contact on this relay. Let's name it R1. If you don't name it, I will not see that it's a contact on this. So make sure you write the R1 here to indicate that it is a contact on this relay. So you connect another OP contact on this relay in series with the timer. So make it like this. Okay. It can be any other contact. Okay. So let's make it R1. So it goes to the timer like this. So let's make it T1, A1, A2, A1. So the relay will be 13, 14. Now, and then we connect an open contact on this timer, or let's assume we connect a closed contact on this timer like this, in series with a lamp like this. Here will be X2, X1. So this is red. Now we connect, this contact is a contact on the timer, so let's name it T1. Then we connect an open contact on this timer, that is T1, also in series with another lamp. Let's make it yellow, and then X1, X2. So there is it, okay? And we have given 5 seconds. 5 seconds to this timer. 5 seconds. So let's see something here. You see, we have used a close contact on the timer in series with this lamp. So let's assume we have a breaker here, circuit breaker. Okay, circuit breaker here. Okay, CV, circuit breaker. You're meant to be on the breaker, trying to flow through, and then this red lamp will be on, because it is on because it is using a close contact on the timer. So like this, so to be on. Now let's see here. When you press on the push button, the R1 will energize. This contact will close to serve as a hold on for this R1. This contact will also close. So when it closes, current will flow through to energize the timer. So when the timer energizes, then it starts counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you get to 5, this contact will change their states. So this contact will open, and then this red lamp will go off. This contact will close, and then this yellow lamp will come on. Okay, so that's how the OnDelay timer operates. Now let's see something here. The moment we press on the stop button, this R1 will de-energize. Okay, this contact will open. When it opens, the timer will de-energize. When it de-energizes, these contacts, they will come back to their normal positions. This one will become closed again. This one will become opened again. So when this one closes, this red lamp will come on again. When this contact opens, okay, the yellow lamp will go off. So that is how OnDelay timer operates. Okay, so we are going to create a sequential circuit, okay, using OnDelay timer. Let's say we are going to operate 2 motors, but motor 1 should come on first. So after some time, then motor 2 should also come on. So what are we going to do now? We just make this side, okay? Just make this side K1, K1, and then we clean here to also make it K1, isn't it? We also clean here to be a K1, and then we use a contact. Then we use a contactor here. Okay, that is K2. K2 like this. Okay, you can choose to clean this line. Okay, let me clean it so that you are only going to maintain the contactor. So we have used only one contact on the timer. That is the normal OP contact. So let's see here. When you press on the push button, the K1 will energize. Now the K1 is motor 1. So the moment it energizes, this contact will close to serve as a hold on. This contact will also close. Then current will flow through to energize the timer. Then the timer would begin to count. So after the 5 seconds, okay, this contact will close, and then K2 will also come on. So it means that K1 comes on, okay, then after some time, K2 will also come on. So that's what we call sequential and time control circuit. Okay, that is it. Sequential and time control circuit. Alright, now I'm going to teach you the off delay timer. Off delay timer.